from their 6 games, which means that they have it all to do. Remember, the top 3 from each group go through. So Bulgaria with a 2-4 record. France 6 wins out of 6 are in a great position and will be looking to strengthen their grip on this group as they start their second round away in Bulgaria. And just a reminder of how these groups were devised. This is Group K, which includes France and the 2 sides that qualified from their group, Group E, Russia and Bosnia-Herzegovina. And of course Bulgaria, who came from Group F, with Finland and the Czech Republic. Bulgaria just about scraping through in 3rd place in that group. 2-4 record for them. Their 2 wins came against Iceland, who finished bottom of that group and therefore didn't qualify for the second round. France with 6 wins out of 6. They got the better of Russia, Bosnia-Herzegovina and Belgium on 2 occasions. And in the second round of qualifying, they will take those points, as you saw from the table, through to the next round, through to this current second round, that is. And they will play the 3 sides from the other group. So France will play Czech Republic, Finland and Bulgaria home and away over the next few qualifying windows. And they really are just a couple of wins away from securing their place in the top 3 of this group. If you finish in the top 3 of this group, you qualify for the World Cup. It gets pretty simple from this point onwards. And Bulgaria, as I mentioned, have a little bit more to do with just 2 wins in the first round of qualifying. They will take on France twice, home and away, the Czech Republic and, of course, Russia. And just seeing the Bulgarian side in your pictures at the moment, being introduced to the home fans here. So in this window, Bulgaria, as well as playing France at home today, they will go to Russia on Thursday, on a Sunday, I should say, in the second game in this window. France, of course, after this trip to Bulgaria, will be at home in their second game on Sunday, which is against Finland. We'll have a look at the 2 rosters in just a couple of minutes' time. But first, we will have the 2 national anthems ahead of the start of this big qualifying game. Well, a lot of expectation, a lot of pressure on this Bulgarian side. Coming into this second round with just 2 wins on the board. They're going to have to perform well in their 6 games that remain as they look to qualify for the World Cup for the first time since 1959. It's the only World Cup they've ever played in. France have 7 World Cup appearances, finishing 3rd as recently as 2014. And of course, they were the 2013 Eurobasket winners, I should say. They beat Lithuania in the final. 38 Eurobasket appearances. And strong favourites to progress from this group. So here is the France roster. A number of players who have been vitally important to them over these qualifiers so far, the likes of Paul Lecomte in particular and Mustapha Fall. No more Boris Diaw, of course, he's retired, so no longer available to Vincent Collet, the coach, but it is still a very strong-looking squad as they look to maintain their 100% record. And here is that starting 5. Mustapha Fall, the big 7'2" centre, is in there along with Batum, Dekolo, Nua and Albisi in the starting 5 for the French team. Bulgaria will be up against it. They'll need some strong performances, in particular from one of their most promising players, a 23-year-old number 41, Alexander Vezenkov, who has been particularly impressive in qualifying. 16.8 points, 8.2 rebounds and 2 assists per game in qualifying. He played 5 of the 6 games in the first round, and he is in the starting 5, as you can see, along with Debost, Marinov, Pavel and Stanimir, both in that starting 5, and Dimitrov will be there as well to make up the numbers. And they'll be desperate for a strong start. There is Vezenkov, 23-year-old, who really has impressed. Dynamic young star of this Bulgarian side. A lot rests on his shoulders today, and indeed in the remaining qualifying games. Big test ahead for him and for Bulgaria against this French side, who are in such blistering form in that first round of qualifying. And of course was held between November of last year and July of this year. Big wins over Belgium and Bosnia-Herzegovina in their 2 opening games. They needed overtime to beat Russia back in February. That's the only time they've really been pushed all the way.